wind, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. But I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps rolling on down to San Antone. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. Come on. I bet there's rich folks eating in a fancy dining car. They're probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. But I know I had it coming, I know I can be free. But those people keep moving, and that's what tortures me. Yeah. Well, if they freed me from this prison, if that railroad train was mine, I bet I'd move it on a little farther down the line. Far from Folsom Prison, that's where I want to stay. Then I'd let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's go with Big River. Well, I taught the weeping willow how to cry, and I showed the clouds how to cover up a clear blue sky. And the tears I cried for that woman are gonna flood you, Big River, and I'm gonna sit right here until I die. I met her accidentally in St. Paul's, Minnesota, and it tore me up every time I heard her drawl, southern drawl. Then I heard my dream went back down the stream, cavorting in Davenport. Then I followed you, Big River, when you called. Yeah. Then I went down to St. Louis, later on, down the river. A freighter says she's been here, but she's gone, boy, she's gone. Then I found her trail in Memphis, but she just walked up the bluff. She raised a few eyebrows and then she went on down alone. Now won't you bat it down by Baton Rouge, the River Queen rolling on. Take that woman on down to New Orleans, New Orleans. Go on, I've had enough of my blues down in the Gulf. She loves you, Big River, more than me. Yeah. Well, I taught the weeping willow how to cry, cry, cry. And I showed the clouds how to cover up a clear blue sky. And the tears I cried for that woman I'm gonna flood you, big river, and I'm gonna sit right here until I die. Thank you very much, thank you. You right, Joel?
I've only got 45 minutes, we've got to get Belt on the bus.
Oh, God, mate. You could have made an effort, mate. Anyway, yeah, it's nice to be here on National Album Day, I believe. Is that correct? And I do have some albums for sale, it just so happens. Believe it or not. I normally forget to say anything about them, but if I better today, I can't forget any, can I?
Anyway.
There's a little song all about being arrested.
I know all about that.
On a Monday, I was arrested. And on a Tuesday, they locked me in a jail. On a Wednesday, my trial was attested. And on a Thursday, they said guilty, and the judge's gavel fell, and I got stripes. Stripes around my shoulder. I got chains around my feet. I got stripes around my shoulder. And them chains, they're about to drag me down. On a Monday, I got my stripy breeches. And on a Tuesday, I got my ball and chain. On a Wednesday, I'm working digging ditches. And on a Thursday, Lord, I begged them not to knock me down again. And I got stripes around my shoulder. I got chains around my feet. I got stripes around my shoulder. And them chains, they're about to drag me down. Now on a Monday, my mama come to see me. And on a Tuesday, they caught me with a file. And on a Wednesday, I'm down in solitary. And on a Thursday, Lord, I start on bread and water for a while. I got stripes around my shoulder. I got chains around my feet. I got stripes around my shoulder. And them chains, they're about to drag me down. Thank you very much, thank you. We enjoying it so far?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. Thank you, Ian. I brought all the crowd with me, so they're quite partisan.
You might get some long johns thrown at you later on, you know.
I'm quite used to that, mate. Quite used to that now. We're going to do a little bit of gospel-y type song. Johnny did a lot of gospel music, and I'd like to sing one for you. This one was featured in quite a lot of his live shows, and it's called Daddy Sang Bass. Hiya. Well, I remember when I was a lad, times were hard and things were bad, but there's a silver lining behind every cloud. Just poor people, that's all we were, trying to make a living out of backlanders. We get together in a family circle, singing loud. Daddy sang bass. Them little brothers would join right in there, 'cause singing seems to help a troubled soul. Now one of these days, and it won't be long, where we join them in a song, where we join the family circle at the throne. Oh Lord, the circle won't be broken by and by, Lord, by and by. Daddy sang bass. Them little brother would join right in there, in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Now I remember after work, Mama was calling all of us, and you could hear her singing for a country mile. Now my little brother is done gone on, but I'll rejoin them in a song. We'll be together again up yonder in a little while. Daddy sang bass, then my little brother would join right in there, 'cause singing seems to help a troubled soul. Yeah, one of these days, and it won't be long, we'll rejoin them in a song. We'll rejoin the family circle at the throne. Oh Lord, the circle won't be broken by and by, Lord, by and by. Daddy sang bass, then my little brother would join right in there. In the sky, Lord, in the sky. In the sky, Lord, in the sky. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, ladies. Morning.
Morning.
Albums are for sale beyond the counter. Anyway, I was toting my pack along a dusty Winnemucca road when along came a semi with a high-end canvas-covered load. If you're going to Winnemucca Mac with me, you can ride. So I climbed into the cab and then I settled down inside. He asked me if I'd seen a road with so much dust and sand, and I said, listen, I've traveled every road in this here land. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. Breathe the mountain air, man. Travel, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to Reno, Chicago, Fargo, Minnesota, Buffalo, Toronto, Winslow, Sarasota, Wichita, Tulsa, Ottawa, Oklahoma, Tampa, Panama, Manawa, Lapaloma, Bangor, Baltimore, sailed around the river, took a beer, Bangor, Armadillo, Ramakilla. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I breathe the mountain air, man. The travel, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to Boston, Charleston, Dayton, Louisiana, Washington, Houston, Kingston, Texarkana, Monterey, Faraday, Santa Fe, Tallapoosa, Glen Rock, Black Rock, Little Rock, Austin, Tennessee, Hennessy, Chicopee, Spirit Lake, Grand Lake, Craters Lake, Devils Lake, Beach Lake. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. Breathe the mountain air, man. The travel, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. Been to Louisville, Nashville, Knoxville, Lumberbeach, Cherryville, Jacksonville, Waterville, Costa Rica, Pierceville, Springfield, Bakersfield, Shreveport, Hackensack, Cadillac, Fond du Lac, Davenport, Idaho, Jellicoe, Argentina, Dalmatina, Pasadena, Catalina, see what I mean? I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. Breathe the mountain air, man. The travel, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to Pittsburgh, Parkersburg, Gravelburg, Colorado, Ellenburg, Rexburg, Vicksburg, Eldorado, Larimore, Attleboro, Chattanooga, Chattanooga, Chaska, Nebraska, Alaska, Opelika, Baraboo, Waterloo, Kalamazoo, Kansas City, Cedar City, Dodge City, Waterford. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. Breathe the mountain air, man. For travel, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere. I normally end on this one, don't I? Got that. All right. Thank you. Woody. Hang on then. I've had a request for a song. That means I've got to change the band. Hang on a sec. There they go. I found this band is a lot less trouble than a real one.
More compact. back to these you.
So you say to her, you're going to play this now, and they go, oh, okay. No,
They don't want royalties,
no.
do they?
Oh, I don't want to play that one. I don't like that one.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, here we go.
I've had a request for a song. This is a number about acquiring a vehicle, but by not acquiring it in the most honest way possible, but by getting it just one piece at a time.
Hey? Did it work?
It did. There we go.
Anyway.
Well, I left Kentucky back in '49. I went to Detroit working on assembly lines. The first year they had me putting wheels on Cadillacs. Now every day I'd watch them beauties roll by, and sometimes I'd hang my head and cry. So I always wanted me one that was long and black. So one day I devised myself a plan that should be the envy of most any man. I'd sneak it out of there in a lunchbox in my hand. Now getting caught meant getting fired, but I'd figured I'd have it all by the time I retired. I'd have me a car with at least $100 grand. And I'd get it one piece at a time, and it wouldn't cost me a dime. You'll know it's me when I come through your town. I'm gonna ride around in style, I'm gonna drive everybody wild, 'cause I have the only one there is around. So the very next day when I punched in with a big lunchbox and with help from my friend, I left that day with a lunchbox full of gears. Now I'd never considered myself a thief, but GM wouldn't miss just one little piece, especially if I strung it out over several years. Well, the first day it got me a fuel pump, then the next day it got me an engine and a trunk, then I got the transmission and all the chrome. The little things I could give in my big lunchbox, like nuts and bolts and all 4 shocks, but all the big stuff I snuck out of my buddy's mobile home. Now up to now my plan went alright until we tried to put it all together one night, and that's when I noticed that something was definitely wrong. Well, the transmission was a 53 and the motor turned out to be a 73, and when I tried to put in the bolts, so the holes were gone. So I drilled it out so that it would fit, and with a little bit of help from an adapter kit, we had that engine running just like a song. Now the headlights, they were another sight. We had 2 on the left and 1 on the right, and when I pulled out the switch, all 3 of them come on. Now the back end, that looked kind of funny too, but we put it all together and when we got through, well, that's when I noticed that we only had 1 tail fin. Now about this time my wife walked out and I could see in her eyes that she had her doubts, but she opened the door and said, "Honey, take me for a spin." So I headed downtown just to get the tax. Now I pointed on down through the main drag. Well, you could hear everybody laughing for blocks around. But when we got to the courthouse, well, they didn't laugh, 'cause to tap it up it took the whole staff. And when we got through, the title weighed 60 pounds. Yeah, I got it 1 piece at a time, and it didn't cost me a dime. You'll know it's me when I come through your town. I'm gonna ride around in style, I'm gonna drive everybody wild, 'cause I have the only one there is around. Yeah, Red Rider, this is the Cottonmouth and the Psycho Billy Cadillac, come on. This is the something of a negatory on the cost of this machine there, Red Rider. You might say that I just walked up to the factory and picked it up. It's cheaper that way. Well, what model is it? It's 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59 automobile. It's a 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70 automobile.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Ooh.
I'm going to, I'm sure you'll know this next one. That was it? Did you like that one? No, not really. Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring. Bound by wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. And I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. Ooh, yeah. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. The taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours beat. Oh, I fell for you like a child. Oh, but the fire went wild. And I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire, the ring of fire, the ring of fire. Thank you very much.
Go get any Jack Daniels.
Sorry, mate.
That's it.
It's gin.
Pretty good,
Yeah. Where am I going?
That's all right, you only got to for another 10 minutes.
Thank God for that. Anyway, I had a request for this song as well, so I'm going to do it for you now. An old cowboy went riding out one dark and windy day. Upon a ridge he rested as he went along his way. When all at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw plowing through the ragged sky and up a cloudy draw. Their brands are still on fire and their hoofs are made of steel. Their horns are black and shiny and their hot breath he could feel. A bolt of fear went through him as they thundered through the sky, for he saw the riders coming hard, and he heard their mournful cry. Yippee-i-oh, yippee-i-ay. Those riders in the sky. face is gone, their eyes are blurred, their shirts so soaked in sweat. He's riding hard to catch that herd, but he ain't caught 'em yet. 'Cause they've got to ride forever on that range up in the sky, on horses starting fire. As they ride on, hear their cries. As the riders loped on by him, he heard one call his name. You wanna save your soul from hell riding on our range? Then cowboy, change your ways today, oh, with us you will ride, trying to catch the devil's herd across these endless skies. Yippee-i-oh, yippee-i-oh. Those riders in the sky, those riders in the sky, those riders in the sky. Thank you very much. Thank you. You're very kind. So I do one more and have a little breather?
Yep.
Who said that?
She's a hard task, man.
Oh, she always is, mate, I tell you. Early one morning while making the rounds, I took a shot of cocaine and I shot my woman down. I went right home and I went to bed, stuffed that 1144 beneath my head. Got up next morning and I grabbed my gun, took a shot of cocaine and away I run. Made a good run, but I run too slow. They overtook me down in Juarez, Mexico. Lining up the hot joints, taking the pills. Walked the sheriff from Jericho Hill. He said, well, Lily, your name is not Jack Brown. You're the dirty hack that shot your woman down. Yes, oh yes, my name is Willie Lee. If you got a warrant, just read it to me. I shot her down cause she made me slow. I thought I was her daddy, but she had 5 more. When I was arrested, I was dressed in black. They put me on a train, then they took me back. I had no friend for to go my bail. They stuffed my dried up carcass in that county jail. Early next morning, about 9:30, I spied a sheriff coming down the line. Right then he coughed as he cleared his throat. Said, come on, you dirty hack, into that district court. Into the courtroom my trial began, where I was held by 12 honest men. And just before the jury started out, saw that little judge commenced to look about. In about 5 minutes in walked a man, holding the verdict in his right hand. The verdict read in the first degree. I hollered, Lordy, Lordy, have mercy on me. The judge, he smiled as he picked up his pen. 99 years in a Folsom pen. 99 years underneath that ground. I can't forget the day I shot that bad girl down. Come on, you gotta listen unto me. Lay off that whiskey and let that cocaine be. Thank you very much. I'm going to have a little break and we're back in a while. I do. That kills you in the morning at this time of day. And, oh, I didn't say it. My album is actually an album of songs recorded in a Johnny Cash style. So it's not actual Johnny Cash covers. It's some modern songs, some older ones, all done in sort of a country Cash style. So we'll see you in a bit.